One thing most of the leaders I work with have in common is they're not short of data within their business. Data and numbers are everywhere, whether it's financial data, marketing data, operational data. We're overwhelmed, we're overloaded. So the key is not the creation of data right now. The key as you grow your business is extrapolating the right numbers from the data. And when you're presented with some data, always challenging the person presenting to tell you, so what? What's the narrative? What's the story? What's the trend line? What's going on behind the data? And that's really, really key. So in this fourth component, numerical extrapolation, it's about the challenge of too much data, so the data overload, having just really big Excel spreadsheets put upon you and you're not really understanding all the number within them. It's about maybe too much secrecy. Maybe you're too covetous around the data and you're not sharing the data with enough people to actually improve the data. And that ties into potential lack of trust across the organisation. Do we trust the data? And do we trust our people with the data? What happens if they see our profit levels? Is that a good thing, a bad thing, or is it just a thing? It's really important that as your business scales, you understand the role data plays in it, and more importantly, you pull out the important data points and numbers so that you tell the story of the business. Now, across the next 3 videos, I'm going to be focusing on the 3 steps, which are the 3 essential elements, which I think you need to focus on to get a better relationship with your data. The first is making sure there's contextual analysis. That basically means the story around the data. So rather than just a solid data point or a single data point, it's having a narrative around it or some kind of comparison, some kind of ratio. The second element is profit prioritization. Out of all of the data that you see across the business, as your business starts to scale, it's really important that you focus on the right profit figures. Because if those aren't heading in the right direction, then you can have problems down the line. And the third element that needs to be present is financial resilience. That's making sure that the business is in a more stable position today than it was yesterday, and it will be again tomorrow. So it's making sure that the data is telling you you're getting better and not just getting bigger. So those are the 3 areas that I encourage you to focus on. In the next video, we're going to start with the first essential element, which is contextual analysis.